Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Star Trek Judgement Rites. You may note that we're back here. We're back here because we have another way that we can deal with this. We could actually use that transporter to potentially infiltrate the area with the terrorists. But, we'll have to do some, tinkering with it first. This is the alternate way to do things.
I don't think McCoy would like this transporter, Captain. Even I would not want to use this one.
Oh?
You not use a piece of equipment? Why not, Mr. Scott?
Is that because it's terribly dangerous?
This little beastie put out a wee bit of energy discharge during transport. You've heard of the Heisenberg uncertainty principle.
Oh?
Of course, Mr. Scott.
Well, this is the Mulligan certainty field, guaranteed to do bad things to you even Dr. McCoy cannot fix. You can block the radiation, but she's not something I'd want to play with unless I absolutely had to. You'd have to repair the wires anyway. And the power unit's been pulled out too.
Well, we have those. We most certainly have those. We have both of those. We have wires, which will work.
It wasn't easy, but the wiring's fixed, Captain.
Mm-hmm.
It's never easy, is it, Mr. Scott?
It's never easy.
Aye, Captain.
And now, we'll use this battery.
It's in there, Captain.
It is. Now, we're going to now use this gas canister. Because remember the gas canister can be used? We're going to try...
Maybe we should wait until Mr. Scott has it fixed, Captain.
It is pretty much... Oh, wait. Is it? We have a panel.
This should work. I hope.
Well, not much more to it. We might as well use this item here.
It's inside. We should wait until it's time to transport before we activate the valve.
Ah, well, we could most certainly,
Good idea, Ensign.
Yep, indeed. We could use this to activate the transporter. And also I'm doing this to check to see if the strange sound that happens at the end of this mission occurs if you do it this way around. Otherwise, you may end up with a situation where we have that sound persisting, which wouldn't be too good at all. Well, let's use it.
We're about as ready as we can get, Captain. I'll have the robot open the gas valve and I'll transport on your signal. Shall we give it a go?
Well, what's the worst that could happen? A lot is the worst that could happen. That's why they're stepping back.
Energize, Mr. Scott. Let's hold off for now, Mr. Scott.
Well, we've already put everything in here, so there's really not much else we can do.
Energize, Mr. Scott.
This is the alternate way of solving it. Indeed. And now I think we can go into this room, hopefully.
Security lockdown is in effect. Please enter access code.
Let's go in. If this has worked, well, there might not be much for us to do in here. Maybe not, anyway. Maybe not. It'll go in.
The gas worked.
It did indeed.
Mr. Chekhov, have Dr. McCoy beam down to make sure the curator and guards are all right. Mr. Scott, lower the museum shields and have a security team beamed aboard.
This time we didn't get to actually discover what they were doing, only that they were trying to do it. Whatever they were trying to do, we didn't even know what they were here for.
Captain's log supplemental. With the terrorist unconscious, it was an easy matter to turn off the security override. The terrorists turned out to be from another family from Lakia, the Onika, a family with a long history of feuding with the Saransi, who also claimed the probe. The probe was the very same probe that discovered Lakian and had enormous symbolic importance to the families on the planet. Curator Brezhnev was treated by Dr. McCoy and is in good health. Commendations are in order for Scott and Chekhov for meritorious service.
Indeed. And that, I believe, is the alternate way of doing the mission.
Lieutenant Uhura, send a message to Admiral Richards. Tell him he owes me more than he thinks he does.
He does indeed owe you a fair bit more than he thinks he does. And that is indeed, basically the alternate way of solving it. You never actually figure out what's going on, and, you're basically left to your own devices. Also, I am a bit curious that, this sound might just keep persisting all the way through into the next mission. And that really is not something I want to have happen, at all. Not even slightly. But, we'll have to see how it goes. This has sort of started happening at this point in the game, and I'm curious as to why it's doing it now as opposed to earlier. Maybe it's something to do with the way that this version of the game is it runs, but emulation is not perfect after all. I'd rather not there be this sound in the background all the way through, though. I'd really rather not. So, I'll catch you next time, folks. For when we come back, we shall return to this part. Well, a little bit further, actually, into the next mission. So, I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. Later.